All right. Hello. Welcome to Lost in Phoenix podcast. My name is Seamus. We are Lost in Phoenix. Today I'm joined by Josh. How you doing, bud?
Doing good.
All right. And today, what are we going to talk about? You said you...
just some random stuff, man.
Yeah?
Yeah, on the way in here, I saw I was kind of intrigued by this article. And it's an article really that came out more like a few weeks ago, stating that Steven Spielberg's daughter, his adopted daughter, is getting into pornography.
Yeah, I saw this. So this is another current events one.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, something of the sort.
Sick.
I guess current events that can go off in different roads or directions.
Right. I like these.
Yeah,
they're fun.
Can just kind of veer off. And I think the coffee that we're drinking, great coffee.
Yeah.
Thank you for making that.
Bones Coffee
Bones
Company.
Coffee, bro.
Look it up. They're a really good local.
That shit's good.
Local coffee company.
I don't even fuck with coffee like that, but this is good. I'm gonna get a sip right now.
It is really good.
Pink Floyd mug, bro.
Yeah, we're drinking the Sin O Bun right now.
God,
it's really, really good.
It's so good.
It's probably really hot. It just came off the pot.
It's perfect. Okay, so this girl, I guess she got in some sort of domestic dispute with her fiance, who's 47. She's 23.
Yeah.
And what the fuck is this girl doing porno when your dad is Steven Spielberg? What the fuck is wrong?
I don't know. That's what she wants to do?
I think it's definitely an adopted child.
Yes, it is.
That's crazy. I mean, maybe she just wants to make her own way. Maybe she just really wants to do it, dude.
I read the article because I was like, Steven Spielberg has a daughter? That's strange.
Yeah,
and I saw
I
it was like a colored girl. And it's like, oh, so it's an adopted daughter.
Yeah.
It doesn't make it any different. She's still his daughter.
Yeah.
And whatever. But the article said that she did an interview with them, and she said that she has a body that she wants to show off and appreciate for herself.
Yeah.
And she finds that making adult videos and stuff like that.
This girl must have been so fucking damaged before.
Probably.
Okay, so yeah. I'm sorry, I cut you off there. You said that she was just.
She wanted to be proud of her body, and she felt that doing adult content was going to make her, or makes her feel better about herself. Yeah. I guess.
I don't think she's gonna feel the same way if she continues down that path in the next 5 or 10 years.
Right.
I think when she becomes 30 or 35, she's gonna kind of see like, wow, man, I mean, she still will have opportunities because her dad, Steven Spielberg, is one of the most respected names in the entire entertainment industry. There will always be doors open for her. Yeah. And it's just kind of a waste, man, that she wouldn't go into something. Whether it be acting or, I mean, imagine she could probably get any job related to movies if she was just interested. She could just, through her dad, become a fucking intern. And if she was good, probably move up super fast.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just kind of a waste of an opportunity when you're just so, but maybe that's maybe they just pressured her into doing something like that and she just wanted to go the other way. Who knows? Who knows what that household is like?
Yeah.
Jeez, dude.
Their mom and dad are working all the time and are gone all the time.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, that's one thing that's crazy about the entertainment industry, that it's not often talked about by the general public, or I don't hear it discussed just among people I know who have a generalized knowledge of entertainment.
Right.
But if you're in that industry, we were talking about this last time, it's commonplace to work these long days. And if you're doing big blockbuster films like Spielberg is known for, you're away for months at a time working all day. If you're a master of your craft in that way, you're obsessed with it. You're just all the time just thinking about that craft.
Right.
All the time.
Yeah, all the time. Especially with Spielberg, because he's working on, or at least was working on, a lot of projects at the same time.
Yeah. And
just had everything going on. So he's going from one thing to the next, and who knows where he was.
He's got nannies.
Day to day.
Yeah.
He
was probably mostly raised by nannies, more than
probably.
likely. Yeah. I mean, maybe she just wants to break away. Who knows?
Yeah. I don't know.
She's making a fucking mistake, though, bro. You're really making a mistake. Go do porno or be like, I don't know.
You never know. I know of people that make it big in the adult world, and
didn't Lawrence Fishburne's daughter do that as well? She was
a porn star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this girl's taking a different path, though. I think she's doing the OnlyFans
Yeah, I think
sort
so.
of thing. I think in a way that's a way better thing that's happened to porn. I mean, personally for me, it's not the kind of porn I like to watch.
Right.
I know a lot of people are into it though, and it's good that it kind of puts the control into the girl's hands. She can work when she wants, where
Yeah,
you know, back
produce
in
the content she wants.
yeah, exactly. Back in the 90s and early 2000s, and still to a very limited extent now, it was like if you wanted to be a big porn star, like a Jenna Jameson or like one of the top porn girls, you had to like look a certain way. You had
Right.
to go and play the game, just like almost like Hollywood. You know,
Yeah.
you had to really, you know, hustle through, swim with the sharks to get to the top of that industry. But now it's like you can just put on a camera and work when you want, and you're in control of your own content, which is great.
Yeah.
Usually, I mean, basically shooting a porno is just like prostitution with the camera. You're just
Right.
paying these girls to come in. You're paying them a certain amount of money, but then, you know, like Brazzers or online companies, like, or any company for that matter, they're paying you to use that content, but they own the content outright,
Right.
which is, you know,
It's a little skeevy.
yeah. I mean, I mean, the girls are well compensated, but I mean, it's
Yeah, it depends.
compared to how much
Depends.
the company can ultimately make with that content.
Yeah.
And obviously, all the content they shoot is not like huge money producing shit. They have to have a bunch of different content. So obviously, all of it's not like, you know,
Right.
the best shit. But I mean, it's the girls kind of get the short end of the stick
Yeah.
working for companies like that. Then you always have to kind of be like, you know, dependent on somebody else. That's kind of the problem with acting too, is you're always auditioning. You're always like beholden to somebody else to please like me.
Right.
Please, I want to be the person that's in this movie.
Well, isn't that what the whole thing of Hollywood is? The dream.
Yeah.
You have to fight to get to where anybody even starts at.
Oh,
So,
for sure. I mean, just like being in a waiting room for an audition, there's people that are like, you know, better looking than you. There's people that are probably take it way more seriously than you.
Yeah.
And I think it's just, yeah, it's a weird sort of life to live. You know, you got to wait tables during the day, or, you know,
Yeah.
do something else to make income until you can, you know, maybe get some work, or you have to settle for less lucrative or fulfilling work, like doing commercials or just doing different shit. It's like, it just seems like a really tough grind
Yeah.
to be
Definitely
a
seems
porno
like it
chick
is.
or an actor. But
Yeah.
in a way, that's kind of our culturally, we're kind of moving towards this world where people who create their own content can be just as big and successful on their own, which is a beautiful thing.
Yeah. I don't know if I agree with that fully. I think that being able to create your own content in such a way that is fulfilling for yourself and also provides something for your community that builds around you is great. That's a possibility to get to a certain level now that you are kind of a celebrity, quote unquote celebrity. But the internet kind of doesn't take it the right way most of the time. Because, I mean, if you look at like the Paul brothers, they don't produce good content. If anything, they produce detrimental content to like little kids, because that's who watches their content. And so it's not good, but they've gotten to the point where
they're so popular. Yeah,
they're super popular on Instagram and Twitter and TikTok and YouTube and everywhere. And they're not, you know, they're not creating substance.
Yeah,
or at least good content of any kind.
But I mean, that doesn't mean that in the future people can't utilize that platform but create something with substance.
Right. Yeah.
But for the most part, what you're saying is like people that have that big platform, like Mr. Beast and you know, Jake Paul and Logan Paul or whatever. Yeah, the content they're producing isn't groundbreaking. It's you know, it is what it is. But they're, you know,
I think Mr. Beast is kind of the opposite.
He's a little different. It's cool that he like does shit it's kind of charitable. I like that.
Yeah,
like
how he
that.
started out was just giving money away to a homeless dude, and it's like that's good because he just gave it away, had a camera at a distance, and went, "Here's the money. Do what you want to do with it," and then left the dude alone. All of the other people that went, "Oh, I can do that, and I'll look like a good guy giving a homeless dude some money." Like forced the camera right in the homeless dude's face and like handed him money and was like, "Here." And then off camera, like took the money back or something like that. Or it was fake money or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, you can't just copy something and then go, hey, I'm the same
definitely
person.
not. There's got to be definitely some sort of innovation. I feel like that's how it is in any field, though. You kind of have to figure out your niche and figure out what's going to be good. But I guess back to this chick, who knows what it's going to turn out like for her? But I mean, hopefully she'll make a lot of money producing the content. You know?
Yeah. It's so strange to me being the same age as her and like knowing where I'm at in life. I mean, like, could I do that? And obviously, being a guy, I can't do that.
You can.
I could.
But all the dudes that would watch you they'd be dudes.
It'd be weird.
Not a lot of girls would be watching that.
No, not at all.
Yeah, it's not good for your spirit, I'd imagine.
I'm sure.
You know, doing any sort of thing like where maybe it'd be fun like as a novelty for a little bit, but if that was like your job and like you wake up and you're sick or like thinking about it realistically, what that would be like to produce porn for people,
especially on like a daily. Maybe not a daily, but a weekly sort of thing.
And it's all weird. You got to talk to them and shit in the chat room. Like, you hear that little token sound, and you live for that. You live for their approval with that token. That's gross.
Yeah.
It's gross.
I'm not really into that. It's kind of like Twitch gamers.
Yeah.
You know, they stream all day, every single day. It's like, it's sometimes cool and sometimes interesting. Yeah. But, I mean, I watched this one guy called Pay Money Wubby. Who's hilarious. He's fucking amazing. But I'll like jump into his streams for 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I think I'm subscribed to him right now. So I'll get like a notification when he streams. Yeah. But I don't sit there and watch for 3 hours.
Whenever I see even people that I really like on YouTube, like a Rick Beato or other, anytime there's like a live stream,
right?
I turn it on and it's it might as well be like watching paint dry most of the time. I'm not going to sit there and fucking and watch people like freestyle it, for an extended period of time.
Yeah.
But for the most part, you just kind of get in. I mean, if you get in there at the right time where there's some captivating shit going on. But for the most part, it's like just dropping in on somebody randomly like, oh, hey, what are you doing?
Yeah. It's so strange, especially with like people that do like talking streams. Because you never know what you're going to get into with those sorts of things.
Yeah.
Because you could have, like 5 minutes before you jumped in, something crazy could have happened. And then you're like going through chat and seeing what was going on. It's like, all right, well, I missed it.
And if it's a popular fucking stream and you want to like be involved in the chat, there's so many people on there that it's just like, you can't even fucking read it.
Yeah. I'm so surprised by some streamers that there's this one guy who plays Guitar Hero on stream.
He's really good.
He's amazing. Really, really good. He plays...
wonder if he plays real guitar.
I don't know. I think he plays piano. Oh, okay. But he plays something called Clone Hero, where people make like Guitar Hero charts for different songs that aren't in Guitar Hero. And they're like really, really difficult songs. And people make songs for it. And... while he's playing these really difficult songs, he's like reading chat at the same time.
Oh my God.
It's like, holy shit, dude, how are you doing that?
That's hilarious. It must actually, I think it would make sense for somebody who's a really high level pianist.
Yes.
I think that translates better to the Guitar Hero controller. I could never get it, dude. I suck at Guitar Hero. I could never fucking always medium. Medium was the best fun. I could do.
I love Guitar Hero so much.
Yeah. When was the last time you played?
Guitar Hero? It's been... years.
That was on a wave for a minute, bro.
It was, and then it died.
Yeah, of course. Of course. Like all things, everything dies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Okay, so I want to kind of switch gears and ask you about something that's like super in the consciousness of the media. What do you think of this coronavirus shit? Sick of hearing about it?
No, I don't. It depends.
Are you gonna get a mask if it comes to Florida?
No, I've heard enough news that the masks don't, like the commercial masks that everybody's wearing, don't do anything. You have to get a specific mask, and they're uncomfortable and really hard to put on.
Yeah.
And there's really no use at this point to really worry about masks.
Yeah, and here it's like it's culturally, like masks in America and where we live, dude. It's like not culturally accepted at all. Like if you see film of Japan or China or like a lot of the Asian world, you'll see a lot of people
masks all the time.
Yeah, it's very common over there.
Yeah,
for people to be wearing masks. But if I showed up to the grocery store or to a gas station and I got my fucking my thing that I use for like work,
people would look at you.
My heavy duty fucking. That's the kind of mask. It looks kind of scary because it's got Oh,
do you have like the 2 respirators on the sides? Yeah. Those are fucking cool.
Yeah.
But they are definitely not socially acceptable.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. If I showed up in that, I mean, for me to actually wear that out in public, I think I would have to read on my feed that there's like that it's existing in Orlando or existing here. If it really did come here and there was news of that happening, I think I would probably wear it in public.
Yeah,
I think so.
I don't know. There was a reported case in Crystal Lake, Florida.
Oh, really?
Just north of here, or just north of Orlando, I believe.
Yeah.
But that's it. That's all I've heard of in Florida is one case.
Is it one of those things where, like, the flu kills a lot of people every year?
Yeah.
I think 69,000 people.
Something like that.
Die a year of the flu.
It has a mortality rate of 0.1%. The flu does. The common, just generic flu has a mortality rate of 0.1%.
So I wonder if it's the same thing with coronavirus. Like, are they just going to report people that die that were already in poor health or older civilians?
I don't know. I'm sure if like a kid dies from it, which
you would hear about that. For sure.
You would hear about it everywhere.
Yeah.
Kid dies,
every
fucking
fucking platform.
Yeah, everybody's gonna go crazy as soon as the first kid dies. Which I've heard that. I don't know if I've heard it correctly, but there haven't been any children infected.
Yeah,
it's just been like people that are 20s and older, or something like that have been infected. So who knows?
How?
But it's really only affecting, or is really only going to kill people with weakened immune systems.
Yeah.
So
how does something like this get out into the world?
I actually watched a really interesting video on this because it started in China.
It started in a lab?
No. Who knows?
Okay, a monkey raped a bird, and that's why there's the coronavirus.
So supposedly from this video, this guy explained. I'll have to find it, and I'll link it down in the description. But he traveled all around China.
Yes.
And interacted with a lot of the local people that live outside of the main cities.
Yes.
And found that it's not clean at all out there. Like the levels of cleanliness that people are used to here in the States and are used to in mainland China and Beijing and Shanghai are wildly different. People they spit
rural
everywhere.
China is significantly different.
Yes. And
most of China was like that up until pretty recently.
90% of China is like that. Other than
it's a
Beijing,
fucking huge place, dude.
It's huge.
There's a lot of fucking people.
Yes, a lot of people, and they're all eating wild animals.
Yeah, you got to survive.
Well, you have to survive, but at the same time, they're eating animals nobody's seen before.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So he showed a video of.
So is this guy just a YouTuber, or does he have any sort of scientific knowledge to be coming to conclusions about it?
He's a filmmaker.
Okay.
So he's made a couple documentaries on his travels through China. He's not a scientist exactly.
So this is just kind of his theory on what's going on by talking to people. Okay. Gotcha.
But it makes sense because if it's spread through human contact, then people that are eating something and they get sick and then touch something else and then touch somebody or something like that, if they haven't cleaned their hands or washed themselves properly in however a couple days, the chances of infecting somebody else is going to be a lot higher. And for this virus to have popped up in a place where people just eat everything, from an animal, and you don't know exactly what animal it is, where it's been, if it was carrying any kind of disease, you're going to get sick.
I feel like also just the footage I've seen of various street markets in Asia. Places like Laos and Thailand. I think I've seen some footage in China as well. I feel like just those common street markets, the level of sanitation, specifically the people cooking that food, I feel like it's not at a very high level. I feel like those people are out there. They're not wearing gloves. They're handling meat. They're handling currency.
Yes, which is the worst thing possible.
Yeah, exactly. I just don't feel like there's definitely not the same sort of, it's not held to the same standard here in the States. And even in the States here where there's signs in the bathroom that say employees must wash hands.
Yeah.
I still am a firm believer that most people probably don't abide by that. And
right.
It's even if you're super strict with yourself, to follow it all the time and really wash your hands totally and completely.
Mm-hmm.
It's so I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
not
it's fucking crazy.
I'm not
Hopefully it doesn't
super
come here.
scared. I mean, it could. It very well
Yeah.
could.
But do you think it could kill
Yeah,
people like you and me?
people like you and me. Me, no. You, maybe. I'm joking. I have no idea.
I know.
Honestly, I
It's all those AIDS that I have in my system.
I don't know. You've got a heart condition.
That's
so
true. That's true.
I worry about you if something happens. You know? Like the one person I'm worried the most about is my dad, because he's got fucking crazy shit going on with his body.
Oh shit.
So it's like, if if anybody around him, which is me and my mom, get infected, then there's a very good chance that something bad's gonna happen to him.
Fuck, man.
And then we'll have to deal with that, which will suck. So hopefully it doesn't happen.
Yeah. Let's hope it doesn't happen.
But who knows?
Yeah. So yeah.
I'm not super scared of it. The news media here is pumping it up to be something
They're loving that shit, dude.
huge.
It's fucked up. In my Google News feed, I must have how in your you have an Android, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever check your Google News?
I have been, because I have AT&T. So when I open like Chrome, it opens to AT&T, and then I have to open to Google. And it's like, all right, fine, fuck that.
You know what happens if you see a story and you don't want those stories in your feed anymore?
Yeah, you
I did that to all coronavirus related articles. I maybe did that 10 or 15 times to 10 or 15 different articles. I was just so sick of hearing about it about a week ago.
Right.
And now in my feed, it's fucking everything.
Yep. Because I mean, everybody's covering it.
Jesus. It's titty fucking Christ, Seamus.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. But our president, he says it's going to be gone by April. It's not. It's not. It's still going to be here.
Yeah.
Once we get into the summer and things start to heat up, it'll probably die down a little bit.
Yeah.
But I don't expect it to go down like swine flu did.
There's just
because that was a fucking crazy shit. I remember that going on.
Yeah.
And it was like, no, we're fine.
There was something very similar when I moved here three and a half years ago.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? There was some sort of mosquito related illness that everybody was talking about.
Ebola.
No, it wasn't that.
It wasn't?
It wasn't Ebola. It was something different. It was something you could catch through mosquitoes, and it was being pumped in the media as super crazy. I was real scared of it. Then I got here.
Was it not?
Just
because that was a couple years ago.
It wasn't Ebola. It was something else. Whatever the fuck. But I guess the point is,
was it malaria? There was a malaria scare for a little while.
It wasn't malaria. It was a different one.
Was it? Okay.
I don't know. I shouldn't even speak.
That's all right.
But anyway,
yeah, there was something. There was like an HIV style disease that was going around from mosquitoes not too long ago. Because we had a family friend that was part of the health ministry here in Florida.
Yeah.
It was like the top dog,
mm-hmm.
and she was working on disease control for that. And like nobody was talking about it, but she was like, "This is like a serious problem. You need to be like prepared in case something happens." And then nothing happened. I think they figured out how to get rid of it. Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah. So who knows, bro? We could die, but for now, just enjoy it.
Yeah.
All right,
Let's
Seamus.
enjoy this nothing.
I got nothing else for this one. You got anything else?
No, not entirely.
Just like a rapid fire one.
Rapid fire one?
Yeah. Oh no, I'm saying like this was just a rapid fire podcast.
Yeah. So, that's the rapid fire podcast. Current events number 3.
Yeah. Fine.
I love these.
Yes.
They're my favorite.
Yes.
All right. That was a good one. Let's end it here. Thank you for listening to this Lost in Phoenix podcast. We are Lost in Phoenix. We'll catch you next time. Goodbye.